Hello and welcome back to another building video. We interrupt our Gundam painting series to build the Delta Squad Form Up Squad pack from Star Wars Shatterpoint. I'm super excited about this pack. If you followed me on this channel for a while, you know that I am a huge fan of clones, and that I can have a whole squad of just clones is freaking awesome. And I can have the Bad Batch also. They're clones too, but I don't like the Bad Batch as much. So we're gonna be using these guys. And then as we do on this channel, we build them because Atomic Mass Games is so cool that they don't include instructions. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome of them to have a miniature game that they don't include instructions with? So we're gonna decipher these pieces together and put these dudes together. It doesn't look like there's any options either. It just looks like, here's your guys. That's it. So we're gonna assume all the D's go together. Boop, boop. And then is there D legs? There is D legs. And D arms. And D rifle. So that's gonna be Hunter. Not Hunter, what's his name? Sev. Who has the tactical rock? Who gets the tactical rock? Oh, the boss gets tactical rock, of course. Okay, so let's get started. We're using our plastic glue for this, because this is a plastic glue game. These are plastic miniatures. So we're gonna start with the A's. So we're gonna clip A1 and A2. We're gonna clip the legs off too, because we don't know if the legs have to be slotted in before this gets put together. Ooh, I might have clicked too much off there. So we got, this is boss, so A is boss. Which makes sense, he's first. Get all his little bits cut out. It's not gonna be confusing about which one is which. And then we got his arms. Just be careful when you're cutting away from the pistols. You don't want to mess them up. And then all the helmets are exactly the same, which I don't think is right. I think there's like special things on the side of some of them in the game anyway. So if you don't know, the Republic Commandos these guys are from a game from back in the day called Republic Commando. It's available on Steam. It's also available on Switch now still. You can play it. The story's cool. It follows them at the beginning of from the beginning of the Clone War. And it's pretty dope. And they're also in a couple episodes of the Clone Wars. I don't think they talk, or anything. You just kind of see them. I think they go and get one of the Jedis that dies. They go recover their body or something for like a mission. So I think probably like the later seasons when it gets a little bit more darker. So these are definitely, you can glue these together before. So yeah, they're like a special forces group, kind of. So there's ARC troopers and then there's Republic Commandos. And I don't know the whole lore, but as far as I know, is that the Commandos themselves are trained by Jango Fett. Could be wrong. It could be the other way around. It could be the other ones. This is definitely not a leg that is going with this. There's an A. Is there an A leg that I am missing? I guess it is. All right, well, we'll figure that out, but it doesn't look right. He's just taking a really high step. Anyway, so they're trained specifically by Jango Fett, and they learn all these cool tactics and stuff for fighting, and they're pretty dope. So this leg goes here. This leg is like hella high. I guess it does go like there. All right. So let's put our glue in here. Oop. Put the foot. And speaking of clone commandos, you hear the 3D printing in the background. That's actually what I've been printing this whole time, is a suit of armor for me to wear. Now, obviously, that won't be on the channel because it's not wargaming, but I just thought you should know now that that's what I've been printing this whole time. It's a whole suit of armor, and it is taking a while. Also, getting it scaled correctly for my body is annoying. There's programs that help you do that, but they're also not great, is what I'm noticing. It doesn't seem to work very well, or I'm doing something wrong, so you can go with those. Okay, so let's get him a base. For his base, I want to use the one that's like half dirt and half not half, it's like a little bit of metal, and I mean a little bit of dirt, and mostly because he has dirt on his base, so he would need a way to track it into the base. It doesn't make sense for him to be on the metal base and have stuff on him. So let's put that there. Let's get this piece kind of lined up here. You can see it has like a little shape of the foot with it that we can put it on. That's gonna go there. And while that's drying, we can get his arm. This is the straight arm. Like that. We'll put his head on. Definitely gonna need some more glue at some point. I mean, I guess the heads matter because the way they're pointed and stuff, you want that to be, you want it to slot correctly. I didn't realize that there was a nub mark on their head. So we're just gonna scrape that really quick to help clean that off. I'm just gonna rotate this really quick, and he needs some more glue in there because it's not really sticking. Put this arm in there. Find a place to hold it. Push that arm up. In the backpacks, they have like this little shape, so it only does go on one way. Should only go on one way, but if you need to know, those little things go down. And then we're gonna take some super glue because this is gonna be a little flimsy. Put some super glue there. We'll take some accelerators, spray it on the base. And we'll set him in a nice kind of central spot to the whole thing. Right there. That should be all the super glue we need, but we'll see. So that's boss. So now we're gonna move on to the next one, which we'll see what B is. B looks like fixer. Nope. It's gonna be Scorch. Yeah. So Scorch has this cool, so the blaster that they carry is like modular. It has different attachments for it. that let it convert into different things. So like Sev, he has a sniper rifle version of the same rifle that they carry. Scorch has a bazooka attachment pretty much on his, and Fixer doesn't carry anything special on his. He's like the hacker of the group. But so Scorch is the explodey boy of the group. He has this cool big backpack right here. And then his little partial hand here. And we need the behead, which is this one right here. Okay, so let's clean up all these pieces so that we can assemble. Also, let me know if you notice a dip in the quality of the video, like the filming of it, because I usually film in 4K, but my memory card is hella full, and last couple times I've tried to film, it's stopped on me. So I'm just filming in, I usually film in 4K, I'm just filming in HD now. I don't know if you'll notice a difference because of like how it uploads to YouTube and all that stuff. Like, it might be the same, but it'll save me so much more space and it's not like it's videos, it's not like just it's a bunch of my videos that are saved on my phone that are making this happen. It's, you know, I have pictures and all that stuff because I use my phone to film, in case you didn't notice how terrible that the quality is just in general, but that's because it's my phone. And yeah, so these are all the B pieces to build the B sprue, and that's for Scorch. So A was boss, B is Scorch, which is weird because like you'd think it would be maybe in the order that's listed in the, I think because it goes boss and then fixer, but it is not how the sprue goes. So put this together. Then we'll put the legs on. It's always the second step that I do is I do the legs just to help seal the body together a little bit more, and legs sometimes are a little bit more finicky with how to put on, especially these guys are in like such like different poses. Like he's walking forward in this one, so you gotta get these on. You can use super glue for the legs too. I mean, that wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt nobody to do that. Okay, and then since these are kind of keyed in here, there's only one way they can go on, which makes lining up the weapons a whole lot easier than like Warhammer, where you have to kind of align them a lot differently. It can be off though, based on like where you cut the sprue and all that stuff, so just try your best to keep it. This one's a little tough to get in here. Okay, and I'll just make sure it's touching. Come on, this is weird. This is a weird hole. Maybe you should do the arms first. There we go. That goes there. That goes there. Like that. Yeah. And we drop the whole thing. So he's got it there. Let's put some glue there just to smooth some of this out. That's the good thing about plastic glue, is that it melts the glue. I mean, it melts the plastic, so we can do cool stuff like that, and then it'll smooth out the part for us and make it easier to paint later. There we go. So for his base, he's on the plain base, so let's do that one for him. Not the plain base, but the all inside base. Okay, and then he's got weird feet position, but we'll hope that this glue will be good enough to help him stand here. Go, your Scorch. Now let's go to C. C is going to be Fixer. So, hey babe, can you keep an eye out on the door? I don't know if she heard me, but so like I said, Fixer is the hacker of the group. Or in communications and all sorts of stuff. He's kind of like a jack of all trades. We got the body. Okay, so now we need the legs. So we're on the C sprue. Just make sure you're clipping everything that says C. And I guess you don't have to have instructions to build this, right? Like, you can use some common sense to figure it out. But if you've never built models before, it can be very frustrating to not have instructions on how to do things. So just cut this and that. Is the can you keep an eye on the door to see if it goes off? What are you doing? This is my wife. She is the Sanji cat. So yeah, we're just gonna clean off the sprues the pieces like we have been, except the pieces that you can't see, we don't clean those off because you can't see them. Let's just see. We're just taking our X-Acto knife and just cutting off all the little nubs that are on here and smoothing out those areas. You can use a sanding stick or a sander. I prefer the knife. It just is faster and cleaner in my experience. It's more dangerous though, so just be careful because you can really hurt yourself. And they're like, never cut towards yourself. Like, really that's like the most effective way to cut. Most stable way, like instead of going like that, but you know, I'm not an expert. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm gonna cut and the helmet. Now I don't know for the painting videos if we're gonna, because we've painted, I don't know, because they all do have unique paint schemes to them. Kind of, it's, just the same thing, but with stripes of different colors on them. So I don't know if it's worth it to do a video for each one of them, if you guys are interested in that, or not. But I am going on vacation in November, so I might need content, so I might do one for each one because that's fair to do. Oh, it is? Oh, did you bring it in? Oh. So let me so that arm's gonna go like this, and then we're gonna just put this arm together like That might mess with how it goes on, but here we are. I shake the, I don't know if I showed this video already, but I shake the thing here to get the glue onto the brush a little bit better. It helps when it's kind of low like it is right now. Yeah. It helps you get better coverage with the glue. Okay. So he's making a radio call with his blaster out, getting some clankas. Put this on. Okay, and then for his base, we're gonna use the other interior base. Because he's gotta be up where the action is. He should be pretty stable. He's got pretty flat feet right now. So let's put him down. And I like to take the back of the knife and push the feet so that I know that it's flat before I let go. Okay, and then lastly we have Sev, the sniper. So let's cut out, these are all the D pieces. The D sprue is Sev. Yeah, it's cool because like, well, it's different too because like this is obviously like the Clone Wars version of them, because of, you can tell because of the pistols that that boss is using. The pistol from the game is not this. Is not those pistols. It's not the regular like ARC Trooper pistols. It's like a more Magnum type Desert Eagle-y pistol that they carry. And I saw like Boss has a cool, I don't know if they all have it, but he has like a little knife on his gauntlet that comes out. That's pretty dope. So that's all of those. Let's cut. Just clearing off my workspace. Okay, so just be careful, that barrel's a little thin, because I would say it's about as thin as the lightsabers, so just be careful. You can always, I think it, like the barrel retracts into the gun, so that if it did break, you could just put the brake right there, and it would be like he's in like carbine mode or something. Or you could just drill it and replace it with like a brass rod to replace it. I would probably try the brass rod solution first before just gluing the brake on the front. So let's clean these. Some of these, one of these. The foot is pretty clean. These are, they don't have like a lot of stuff on there. This goes here. This is pretty clean. The helmet. Right there. And the arm. Here. What's the other part of the arm? Is it just, oh, it's this arm. Okay, I see. All right. So you know the drill. We put the two halves of the body together. The torso. Right there. We'll smooth that out with some glue right there. And we'll put the legs on. It's got a pretty like stanced out pose for, I don't know if I had that in frame. It's got a cool pose. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, the gun arm, and it has the shoulder pad arm right here. And we are going to glue those together like that. Because that's how it goes together. So just so we don't get in the way here, let's put the helmet on first. I kind of decide based on where things go and like what crosses the body and stuff, like what if I put the helmet on first or not. In this case, I put the helmet on because this crosses the body and I don't know how high off the head it will be. See, it's touching the head, so that way the head's already there and it doesn't let it move a ton further. So now we put the, sorry if this is annoying. And then put this arm, slide it in there, and make sure that they touch together here. I'll even put some glue, ooh, that's too much glue, on it to make sure that they are joined together. Because my hunter, I noticed afterwards that its hand wasn't touching the gun and his like scope on his, targeting scope on his helmet wasn't touching the helmet. So we live and we learn. So he's going to be on the outside base because he's away from everyone else, kind of in an overwatch position. So it makes sense that he would be on a different kind of terrain area. We'll put the stuff on his base. And he'll be shooting into the area. And we can even put some more glue down here. And just get these extra like kind of sloppy. And just kind of put a big drop there. So you can see that's glued on for sure. Just kind of give them a little extra something to grip onto. And that is Delta Squad. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one.